Important things not to miss on your credit card. You may think that you know everything there is to know about your credit card, but bad credit cards and the companies that offer them have a way of sneaking some extra money out of your pocket. You should always make sure that you have read the fine print when it comes to any credit card, because you never want to be stuck in a bad agreement. You may have looked at the interest rate, the credit limit and all of the different rewards that you get for certain purchases, but you also need to check every last detail of the agreement that you sign. Everything may seem to be rather positive on the surface, but you could run into some serious problems down the road if you looked over a minor detail that becomes a major problem in a few months. To make sure that you never run into any problems with your credit card, make sure that you take a look at these major points in your agreement. Your interest rate is not necessarily a permanent thing. One thing that surprises people more than anything else when they are looking into the details of their credit card is that their interest rate can increase overnight. While you are certainly locked into a teaser rate for the first 6 months or year depending on your contract, you have to remember that this rule does not apply if you start missing your payments. Once you are 60 days late on a credit card payment, the credit card company can jack that interest rate up rather quickly. After a year of using the card, the company can actually increase your interest rate even if you have been a good customer. You don't have to settle for that higher interest rate. Once you notice that your interest rate has gone up, you can tell your credit card company that you no longer want to use that card. This will leave the credit card company to decide what they are going to do with you next. They may end up letting you keep your old rate but increasing the minimum payments or doing something else to compensate for keeping your interest rate at the same level. If you do not agree with the new rules, then you can close your account and pay off what you owe instead of getting sucked into a bad deal. Your credit card company may offer you protection against bad purchases. If you bought something and would like your money back, then you may need your credit card company to come to your rescue. If you have already talked to the seller and were not able to get your money back, then the credit card company is the next person to contact to get your refund. You should look into any credit card's protection policy before you decide to sign up with that credit card company. Bad credit cards will tend to not offer this protection. Call your credit card company before you go on vacation in another country. While most credit cards will work around the world, you sometimes have to let your credit card company know what you are doing before you leave. If you do not let them know about your trip, they may end up blocking your transactions when you touch down in another country. This is to protect you against fraudulent transactions and is actually a good move by the credit card companies. As long as you let your company know about your trip before you board your flight, you should be able to use your card with relative ease once you are in another country.